We've been taught that multitasking is a strength. But what if I told you it's actually a fast track to burnout? For years, we've been led to believe that multitasking makes us more productive, more effective, and even more valuable. But it's the opposite. Hi, I'm Emily, former HR leader turned career wellness coach. And on this channel, I share practical strategies to help you manage stress, heal and prevent burnout, and level up your career without sacrificing your well-being. I know what burnout feels like. I've lived through it. And after decades of coaching leaders and high achievers, I'm here to bring both personal experience and professional insight to help you navigate through the corporate world in a healthier, more sustainable way. So let's get into why multitasking is quietly draining your energy, fueling stress, and making you less effective at work. And be sure to stick around till the end, where I'll provide tips on what you can do instead. Multitasking has always been glorified as a superpower. We use it on our resumes. We use it during our interviews and talk about it as one of our strengths. But what many people don't realize is that the brain does not multitask. The brain switches rapidly between tasks. And each time it switches tasks, we lose a little bit of focus and efficiency. So I like to think about our brain as a laptop. What happens when you have too many tabs open on your laptop? It runs slow, right? And then it runs hot. And eventually it crashes where you have to restart it. That's how I'd like to explain multitasking. So when you're listening to a virtual call while you're answering emails, because that's what I used to do, you might feel like you're keeping up and you're saving time, but in reality, you're stretching yourself thin. You're losing focus, you're missing details, and internally, you're adding stress to your system. When we try to do too many things at once, three things usually happen. One, we make more mistakes. That quick email we were drafting while listening to the virtual call, most likely, we will have to revisit it, reread it, and rewrite it. Second one is we increase our stress levels. Every switch we make, when we context switch, we expend energy. And that's why there are days where we don't get as much accomplished, but we're still mentally drained. And third, we waste time. It's ironic because the time we think that we saved ends up going back to rechecking our work, redoing it, or clarifying any misunderstandings. So what is the alternative? It's to focus on one task at a time. And I know what you're going to say, Emily, that's impossible. But when you think about it, we get more done when we focus on one task at a time. We get through our tasks faster because we're not constantly switching gears. Our quality of work improves, and we reduce mental fatigue, which will eventually lead to stress and burnout. So let's talk about a few practical tips to help you shift from that multitasking cycle to focusing on one single task at a time. The first one is the Pomodoro technique. And the Pomodoro technique is where you focus on one task for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. It trains the brain to stay in the present moment and to focus on that one task that you're working on. The second is to turn off notifications during deep work. Each alert can derail you up to 20 minutes. The third is to batch similar tasks. Instead of checking your inbox every 5 minutes or whenever an email comes in, schedule 2 to 3 time frames of when you will check your email, and then respond to those emails during those time frames. And then end your day with a quick reset. Shut down your laptop, have a routine in place. This helps you train your brain that it's time to end the day. Multitasking feels productive in the moment, but in reality, it's draining your energy and adding to your stress levels. If you want to protect your focus and avoid burnout, work on one task at a time. And your real superpower comes from presence, focus, and giving your energy to what matters most. If this video resonated, like and subscribe and drop a heart emoji in the comments below, and share what's the biggest distraction while you're trying to work. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.